What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at a very cool rifle that I've had in my collection for a long time. This is my Arsenal SGL21 Legion model. Now, after doing a little bit of research online, apparently the Legion model went through Izhevsk, I think how you say it, I'll probably butcher that. That's the manufacturer of, that's one of the manufacturers of AKs in Russia. The Legion part of it was their custom shop where they, according to their literature, they hand selected the components for this rifle and then built it to be as close as possible to a full Russian AK-47. Now, I think I bought this back in 08, and there's like a little date, I think there's a little date code on here that would correspond with that. I was looking up the main components of the rifle: the barrel, the receiver, the bolt carrier, gas piston, hammer trigger. I think trigger. They might have replaced that, but there is a thing called 922R compliance when you import foreign rifles, that they have to have a certain number, depending on their features, of U.S. made parts. And as you can see right there, hopefully that's U.S. furniture. It says U.S., I think right there. No, this side, U.S. furniture. But as you can see, it says Saiga, built on a Saiga receiver. But I think that's the date code 08. And it says Legion, Izhevsk, Russia, Arsenal, Las Vegas, USA. So yeah, I think I purchased this around 08. And at the time, it was as close to a full Russian AK-47 that you could buy. Still standard. Say this is a bone stock gun. I've never done anything to this gun. It does have a US made Arsenal muzzle device, because I think, some people correct me if I'm wrong, it's been years since I did the whole building of the parts. I think if you have a muzzle device with AK-47 style rifles, you need 7 US parts on there, which I think, I might have made a mistake before. I think hammer trigger sear, 3 pieces of furniture, they count this as 1, I believe, and the muzzle device would make it 7. But anyway, this is a bone stock gun. I haven't done anything to it. I can't even guess how many thousands of rounds I've put through this thing over the year. And we're gonna take a closer look at the tabletop to see all the internals. And everything that you hear some of these AK guys say on YouTube is correct about this rifle. When they're talking about there should be no peening, not no peening, maybe minimum peening when you get of the carrier tail and the lugs and all this other kind of stuff. And there's none of that with this rifle. This thing it's solid, man. It still has does have the cheap, I think, paint over phosphate finish, smooth dust cover, 90-degree gas block, all that kind of stuff. So we'll take a look at that. Let's do some shooting with it. Let me put my ears on. And we're just going to, got a Russian Bakelite mag. I think it's fitting. Now, as you can see, the safety, it is not tactical at all, but let's just see. You do some shooting, man. By the way, in case I didn't say it, which I don't believe I did, ammunition for this video has been brought to me, actually. Ammunition for this video has been provided by Browne Works, Mark at Browne Works, custom stock manufacturer or grips, most people call them grips, on revolvers, pistols, semi-auto handguns from a variety of different manufacturers. He can make truly custom jobs for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful grips. He's an artist. He provides some ammo to the channel, invaluable resource. Appreciate it. Thank you again, Mark, as always. But he sent over some vellum for this and all my other AK reviews. So let's just keep shooting. Guys, this thing feels, maybe some of the AK experts out there, but this feels like, especially with that vellum, that seems to be in a lot of my rifles, seems to shoot very smooth. But the recoil seems harsher on this. It probably is really overgassed. But I don't know. It shoots great. Never had any issues with this rifle. So we're just going to keep on blasting. Okay, folks, now we got some Wolf 7.62x39 in slab side Russian AK mag. Feel it's appropriate to put a couple of Russian magazines in this gun. Okay, folks, so as you can see, we've come inside to take a closer look at this rifle. I believe this is the mag that came with it all those years ago, and it's got a little bit of movement, a little bit of forward and back, a little bit of side to side movement. I think that's typical with a lot of AKs. Again, as I mentioned before, I don't remember this thing ever being like mag sensitive unless the mag was faulty, and I don't remember ever having malfunctions with this damn thing. So there you go. You see the standard, again, bone stock. This is how it was when I bought it, brand new. I'm not changing nothing on here. Bone stock safety lever before they all started doing the cutout thing and the big tactical, which I do like better because it's easier just to grab with your finger and flip. And this one's got a really small ledge there. Rivets look good, of course. I mean, it's freaking Russian. I'm wondering if this thing, because you can see it in some of the, so you can see it pretty good in that one. Is this receiver dimpled? Like AK Guru experts, if you know, it looks like this one's dimpled. What folks are talking about, making them stronger. Where this one's kind of got it, you kind of see a little bit on that one. It looks like maybe this was, see how the light's reflecting off of it, and maybe that one. It looks like these are dimpled in as well as riveted. Shoot, I don't know. But there you see, standard safe fire. Again, we've gone over some of the stuff. 90-degree gas block with the vent holes right here in the gas block. All the gas block, front sight, all that jazz is cast. I actually don't think this is cast. Look at the, let me see if I can get it on camera. Look at there's like grinding lines on it. Maybe I can get it on the other side. It seems like, I don't think, it might be. Well, yeah, it looks like it might be gassed. So, I mean, again, this is all the, so I understand the 922R compliant parts are the buttstock, the grip, the hammer trigger sear, the front hand guards, and this muzzle device. You see it says, it's probably US 762 with a little Arsenal A on it. Let's get a look at the other side, the markings. Again, somebody, if you can, help a brother out and look all this stuff up. I got a lot of videos I'm doing. I gotta try when the weather, I mean, it's funny here because the weather has been like crap, great the next day. I'm talking like 40 and rainy, next day 72, sunny with a light wind, and then raining again. So I got to squeeze a lot of stuff in. So I'm trying to get all this stuff done. I'm like, God, I really don't want to spend hours researching this kind of stuff, especially when my fantastic viewers and subscribers know a lot of this stuff and can just help me out. But there, you know, and there's the air with the, like I said, I want to say I purchased this around that time in 08. That's probably when it was built. There's the triangle with the arrow in it, which my understanding is the Izveshk. Factory says Saiga 762 by 39. I don't know what that symbol is. I did all this. I filled this in with white enamel, I think nail polish, years and years ago, and it's still holding up. I kind of dig that. I like the way when it pops. Now, not this, because this stuff looks like it was electro penciled on there. But as you know, if you've seen the video, some of the literature that I downloaded off the internet for this rifle, because God knows where the magazine and the magazine, the manual and the box and all that jazz is now, decades later or whatever. It's my understanding in that literature it says Legion is the custom shop in the Izveshk. I'm going to keep screwing that up. Izveshk Arsenal, Russia, right there. Legion, Izveshk, Russia. Arsenal, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. It's my understanding that that's their custom shop and they hand select all the parts and put it together and you get a superior rifle to the standard one off the line. Is that just marketing bullcrap? Probably. It probably is. If somebody has any evidence to the contrary, let me know. XY reinforcements on the hammer and trigger pin. Again, smooth dust cover, which, yeah, see how, oh, also I wanted to show you this on the barrel. It has, this is probably a chrome line, again, military barrel, whatever. Right, there you go. There's some type of Arsenal mark or something right there. Not Arsenal, the company, but, you know, Izveshk factory stamp, acceptance stamp or something right there on the front of that. There's a, I don't know, is that a G or is that a some type of, it looks like a G in the front sight. It has been a while since I shot this gun. And it's good to pick up the brass sometimes, especially with different manufacturers of ammunition, to kind of check the brass over. It could tell you a lot about what the gun's doing with that particular ammo. And look at this. I forgot. I remember when I picked it up, but look at it is denting the holy hell out of the brass. And it's also shooting it like forward and out about 15 feet. So that tells me that gun's probably really overgassed, like most military AKs. And it's probably why it's really dented, because none of my other AKs dent it like that. Maybe a tiny bit, but not like that. Okay, folks, this time we have a Polish magazine from Pioneer Arms, cheap plastic one. Still rocking the Bellum. So we're just going to see if this Polish one works in this mag. I don't ever remember this rifle being finicky. I mean, it takes all the steel ones, all kinds of mags, but we'll see. Okay, folks, final thoughts on the Arsenal SGL21 Legion model. it's a freaking Russian AK, man. I mean, it's awesome. I believe, like I said, I think that's the date code. That pretty much corresponds when I bought this rifle, 08, 09, somewhere around there. And due to import bans and stuff over the last 17 years, you can't really get Russian AKs in anymore. When they were getting the Saiga, the sporting ones, and being able to convert them and stuff like that. These have gone crazy in value. I want to say I paid like somewhere around $9.50, and YouTube, I'm not selling guns, okay? I'm just telling you what I paid for this 17 years ago. I looked them up on GB, and they're going for $3 and over, which is insane. But I still believe this is probably one of the closest things you can get to like a 100% Russian AK, of course, minus the 922R compliant parts. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.